So the question was, Mark will start this week at right guard. O'Day started last week. You should expect to see Posick play in there as well at right guard this week.
How's the Fetty coming?
I think he's probably on schedule. I'm a little disappointed in that week he missed. I think that would have really kind of been a big deal for him. So we're planning to play catch up a little bit, but seems to be doing fine.
How close are you to having a 5? Are you going to take it all the way to 4 games?
No, I don't. I hope we don't have to. I don't think we do. Really, I think the biggest pressing issue right now is to solidify that right side. I think we're pretty solid at center, left guard, and left tackle. And so now we just want to, make sure the opportunity is there for everybody to compete, get their opportunity on the right side, and then we'll make that decision hopefully sooner rather than later.
Posick can play for both right guard and right tackle?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
How has he come along? I mean, you've had him play two different spots already, adding guard.
Yeah, he's going to play more this week. He's doing fine. Again, if you remember when we drafted him, that's what we talked about. He could do a lot.
How much has having Joko next to him helped the fan? Just a guy being so young and new to it.
I think there's something to that. We've talked a lot about his calmness and his experience level and some of the things that he's faced in his own career. Not much different than George in a lot of ways, other than he had a football background. So I think it's having a great positive effect in regards to their communication, being able to settle them down, keep them kind of on point.
With George, we've talked all throughout camp of his growth, what he's learned, physical change. How'd that show up in the game?
Just like you would hope. That was we really didn't get to talk about it, but that's probably my biggest question going in was how would all this fit now? What would it feel like to him? How would he be able to display it? And it was really exciting to see what came of what he's done in terms of his learning curve and his training and all those things. Pretty neat.
Do you know who will start on the right side this week's
We talked about it. It should be Glowinski and Affetti.
After a game in a couple weeks of camp, are you more excited than ever about the potential of the line?
Yes. Look at, I think there was a lot put on him last year, very inconsistent. But the fact of the matter is the two playoff games maybe played their best football of the year. So then you add Jokel, you add Abuche, you add Posick into that. Not only has the group grown a lot, mentally as NFL players, but physically we're more comfortable with who we are and what we're capable of. And I've said it before, I'm very excited about this group. It's hopefully they'll be able to stay together and play together for a good while.
What have you seen out of Reese this year?
Inconsistencies. He's definitely, I think, talented-wise enough to do it. But I think sometimes the mental errors, being on the right page, communication needs to be cleaner. We're counting on him, and so we've got to bring that along. If he's ever going to be part of that conversation, maybe to go over and start on the right side, he's got to clean up his game. And he has some moments where it looks great, and there's some moments where you're like, okay, we got work to do.
Tom, how do you find the balance, if there is one, between who the 5 best players are and who the 5 best players would be together?
Well, I think that shows itself. I think those are kind of some similarities in terms of when you put it together. I think the biggest question is who is 6, 7, and 8? That's really the most important thing. As they start to play together, they start to fit together. So I think that answers both those questions. And if there's an obvious issue, then you got to address that. I don't think we have that issue this year. But what's really important is who is our 6th, our 7th, and our 8th going forward. You usually only dress 7, so that's going to be a very important decision.
What's the progress you see from Joey Hart this year?
I see him similar as last year. He's he's playing the one position at center. He's a fantastic guy that if you need someone to go in and play. The unfortunate thing is that that's really what his job is just playing center, where, as you know, most of our guys play a couple spots.
You mentioned only dressing 7 on game day. How valuable is a guy like Posick if he's that swing guy that he can be your backup center who can play 2-3 spots?
You ask the question, you can see it. You can see what's happening. You have the ability to have a guy on the left side, you have a guy on the right side, a guy that has some center background. So we're pretty fortunate now, for sure.
Do you have a backup center who starts in another position? Is that risky at all, especially if you're dressing 7 players?
If your backup center starts, is it risky? No, but it may be the way. If Posick were the center, then Joey's probably your backup guy. Those kind of things going on. Is it risky? Maybe, but I think you'd insure yourself by having that third center up.
You mentioned a lot of them last year. More so what you were teaching them a lot, or just the pressure of the responsibility of keeping Russell?
No, I think the responsibility. I think that in fairness to them, weren't good enough consistently and really till the playoffs. But in growing that way, they're not really equipped to do that. One of them had never played, a couple others hadn't played much. But those are excuses. So we just have to kind of pick up where we left off. That's kind of been the way we've addressed the year, and we're doing that.
Anything else?
All right, thanks, guys.